What makes good singing good singing? I think we can all define bad singing or struggling singing, right? We've all been to the karaoke joint and we've heard singers that are struggling versus, let's call it like Frank Sinatra or Whitney Houston or Ed Sheeran. Great singers, right? So, what's the difference between them? Well, let's break that down. I think one of the first things is this concept of diphthong, right? I've talked in that Elvis, how to sing like Elvis one about this idea, wise. So I'm going like I, diphthongs, two vowels in one sound. We've got the shaping of it versus wise men say wise, even if I just sing it monotone, wise men say versus wise men say, shaping it with the diphthong. I think that's one of the biggest things I see. Enjoy the vibe of the diphthong. Be dramatic with it. Let's keep going. What else do we have here? Dynamics are your friends. What are the things in your musical toolbox? We've got dynamics, we've got line, we've got shaping, we've got expression. Okay, so dynamics meaning volume. I like to think about dynamics not necessarily as volume, but also as intensity or expression, emotional expression. So forte meaning strong. It's like big and strong. It's not just loud, right? It's not flat. New York, New York, right? It's New York, New York. Let it out, right? Line. We want to sing with as much line. Every line has a beginning, going to a climax, crescendoing, getting louder to the climax, and then decrescendoing, right? Somewhere over the rainbow. Hear the line there. I'm making decisions mainly because I've sung that song many times, but I can change that too. Somewhere over the rainbow. I'm choosing the phrase, the beginning, the crescendo, the climax, and the decrescendo. Everything has to have that. Even words can have small phrases within them, like wise, wise. This is getting louder and then getting softer. So the line is incredibly important. That's, I think, where the expression comes from, which kind of leads us into our next concept of breathing in the emotion of the phrase. I think that's one of the best bits of advice I ever got. Breathe in the emotion of the phrase you're about to sing. So, like, even if it's just a small town girl, right? Who is the girl? How do you feel about her? What is she going through? Or the song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, like, somewhere over the rainbow way up high. Like, I don't want to be here. I want to be over the rainbow where everything's better. The greatest love of all. Breathe in the emotion of the phrase you're about to sing. Hopefully, it will start to affect your singing voice and will bring in all of the emotion that you need, or not that you need, but will help your singing be more expressive. Let's see. Know your material. Memorize things. The base level of performing is memorizing whatever it is you need to sing. That's the most basic thing. A very good friend of mine who's like a world-class singing agent gave me some advice right before I began. I think it was at Opera Colorado. I began a gig with them, and I said, "Hey, do you have any bits of advice for me?" And he says, "Know your material and be a good colleague." And I thought that was fantastic. Like, if you're going to be in a show, show up off book. Your cast and your team is affected by your ability to be on book or to be stumbling over your music or your lines. If you're in a band, know your material, memorize it, learn your parts, learn it before the rehearsal. Memorize, memorize, memorize. It's the basic concept of everything. Yeah, Okay, let's talk about posture. Sit as if you were in an athletic stance, right? Or stand as if you're in an athletic stance. There's a lot of energy that singers need, right? Right? You're breathing in, you're expressing yourself, your core is engaged, and the more that you can get your rib cage basically off your belly, right? If I'm like this, my rib cage is kind of sitting down on my stomach. It doesn't allow for the diaphragm to expand. It doesn't really allow for the chest to expand and the rib cage to expand. So posture is a really great thing. I see a lot of people like sitting like that. Unless the character is calling for that and you're in a show, then maybe try standing up taller, sitting up taller. I think it also gives a very good stage presence. It makes you feel more confident, and it makes people want to tune in and to look at you. So yeah, what do you guys think? Like, what are some of the things you're struggling with? Yeah, let me know. I'd like to just begin more of a discourse about these things. So, yeah, keep practicing, keep thinking about these things, write these down, try and memorize some of this stuff. I'll try and put like a notes section here that you can look at. And let me know what you think. Thanks.